Sanremo, a month earlier on the Italian Riviera. The Sanremo started life in 1928 and over the years has become Italy's premier rally. On scrutineering day, the triumphs arrive in style. The Datsun a little more sedately. Rally plates and stickers are everywhere. Breezing in on the wind, an entry from the Federazione Auto Radish, Torino. Tyres are one of the most important factors in rally success. Tread patterns and compounds to suit every conceivable surface. Rallies attract a large following. The sticker hunters. And those on the lookout for something else. A really beautiful setting for this 21st birthday Sanremo rally. Representing the host country, Fiat are here in force. First away is Marco Allen, who with Walter Roll and Attilio Bettiger are in 131s. Vanni Fusaro completes the team in a Ritmo. Strongly fancied is Italian privateer Antonio Fassina in the Stratos, who drives as Tony. The two triumphs are driven by Simo Lampinen and Per Eklund. Timo Salonen is on his own for Datsun. Jean-Louis Dumont from Belgium in the Chevette. The Ford Works team are not at Sanremo, but Ford Italia keep the flag flying with a Group 1 escort driven by Angelo Presotto. It's early on Monday morning as the cars head for the mountains behind Sanremo and the asphalt stages which have traditionally been the scene of the rally. The Vignay stage is typical. Marco Allen in the 131 Abarth already having problems, and both Roll and Bettiger beating on this stage. No problems for Tony and the fabulous Stratos. Simo Lampinen in the TR7 V8. Tony Pond in the Talbot Sunbeam. Tabaton was fastest on the first stage, but on the next stage he ran out of road and wrecked the Stratos. Fusaro in the Ritmo, driving with 32 stitches in his head, the result of a recce collision with Salonen's Datsun. Presotto. Cars start the special stages at 1-minute intervals, so when two cars arrive together, one of them's had problems, or the other guy is very quick indeed. In addition to the international competitors, a club event for Autobianchis is held over the first few stages of the rally. What they lack in power, they make up in enthusiasm. Now to Plodio, last test before the 4-hour drive east across Italy to the next group of stages. Rally or no rally, an Italian citizen exercises his rights, but he'd better get a move on. The Stratos of Brion. An added incentive to win the Autobianchi class is an entry in the RAC rally. Round the last corner and down to the finish time control overlooked by the Mafia. On to the Autostrada, and 150 miles later, a welcome rest at the Il Ciocco service point. The Triumph gets a routine service after reporting no major problems, unlike the French Talbot of Nicholas and Tot. Not competing this year, renowned co-driver Henry Liddon finds out for us what the problems are.
Yes, we are changing the axle, but not because of the axle, but just because there are one bolt on each side of the axle, and to take the wheel out, the only possibility is to change the axle.
It's just one wheel nut wouldn't come undone. There's nothing wrong with the axle at all.
Not at all. And we have exactly the same problem, which is quite funny on the other side.
Tony, leading the rally, sets off into the night. The rally passes through many villages. Local interest is high, but the enthusiasm can cause problems. The local police table tennis champion appears to have things well in hand. But surprisingly, everyone gets through to the night service halt at Cassiana Terme. Henry Liddon asks Marco Allen what he feels so far.
For me, it's going very well, but this rally is very, very long.
Very long, yes, it's very long. But now you're going to start the gravel stages.
Yes. But this gravel is also very, very bad.
Very
like
bad.
in Greece or some states in like Africa, and all the time you go very, very slowly.
As Marcus says, this is a long rally. The organizers have extended the rally through Tuscany to the Adriatic coast in order to include tough gravel stages. Angelo Prezotto and Max Sciadoni have got their surprisingly fast Group 1 escort up among the leaders at La Selva. Pond puts a little life into his sunbeam. Eklund has the TR flying and is third fastest on this stage. Boogli in one of the many private Opels. Allen is still first on the road at Cassano. But Tony is leading overall. Walter Roll, fastest here, tries desperately to close the gap. Lampinen. The dust makes everybody thirsty. Well held, sir. At the end of each special stage, the drivers are given their times, and they're also radioed through to control.
Allora lo riscrivo qua, numero.
On to Siena. Briand in the Stratus carves through the traffic. The normally quiet paved streets echo to the sound of exhausts. The square at Siena, scene of the world-famous horse race, provides a beautiful setting for Tuesday's lunch halt. Today, a far different kind of horsepower is on view. Some of the morning stages are repeated after lunch. This is La Selva again. The rolling hills of Tuscany. Tony and the Stratos kick up the dust. Risotto in the escort, still going strong. From here, the rally winds its way to an overnight halt at the tiny mountaintop republic of San Marino, the smallest in the world. Valdativa, the first stage on Wednesday's loop around San Marino. Walter Roll in the leading Fiat. Tony. Pond in the surviving Sunbeam. Nicholas must have run out of axles. Eklund gets it nicely sideways. Dumont, a little closer to the bank. And Nico opens an account with it. Everyone agreed that the gravel stages on the San Marino loop were the best on the rally. Newcomer to the international scene, Bettiger, is ahead of his more famous teammate, Marco Allende. Risotto, neat and tidy. Eklund, with enormous power under his right foot, controls it well. The spectators are well down on previous years, as the rally passes farms and through sleepy villages. Fiat are about to play their joker. They have ways of dealing with the opposition. Walter Roll now appears to be leading.
Yes.
But there is some confusion on the results.
Yes. It's we calculate by ourselves.
Yes, yes.
Tony should lead 50 seconds before me.
Yes.
That's
But the organisers say that you're in front by 1 minute.
yes, that's right.
But the organisers were wrong, and Tony sets off, leading the rally by a minute. On the return trip to San Remo, several of Wednesday night stages had to be cancelled, possibly due to an earlier incident involving a rally car and a local policeman. Thursday morning, Tony back on tarmac again at Screvion in the hills behind San Remo. Bettiger lying third. Still surprising everyone with this performance, Risotto's fourth. Of the 67 starters, only 30 are still running. Higher up the mountains, mist makes driving conditions even more difficult. But after this, drivers have a welcome rest before the final night stages of the rally. At the San Romolo service area, there's time to relax before the action starts. Tony appears confident.
Car is good.
The car is good and the high is good.
Tony Pond, secure in his 4th place. Marco Alen, and the strain of this very long rally shows. But there are compensations. Risotto's co-driver Max, as carefree as ever.
Many problems. We have to make the special stage with the rain. It's not raining. It's like to be in the beach. It's the sun. So we have lost some times, but there are no problem.
Now it's all downhill back to San Remo for the finish. San Remo and the ramp stands deserted. But with the dawn comes the spectators, ready to welcome the hero's return. A really popular victory for many reasons. Primarily, an Italians won the San Remo rally. Then the Italians loved the sight and sound of the Stratos. And of course, Tony and Manini are privateers, entered by the Piave Jolly Club. And they've taken on and beaten the mighty works effort of Fiat. Some of the biggest cheers of the day were saved for Prosotto and Schidoni, who walked away with Group 1.
We are 7 overall. We are first in the Group 1. With this rally, we have won the Italian championship of the Group 1.
Even more important, their win has given Ford 12 points and virtually clinched the World Manufacturers' Championship. Time for celebration.
Dai Max, dai! Lava Max, lava prima Tom, Sì, ma se venivano fuori i motivi. Signore Lungari! Oh, così, oh. Del Castro!